Welcome back on another episode of 150 Bucks with yours truly. So today, I'm just gonna let my spirit guide me on this video, but I had something that I wanted to really get off my heart. I noticed that life is a mystery. I've always known this, but every single day you get new levels of perceptions, new level of perspective, and how the world is, and how people operate, and how people are, even self. And I really want to suggest this to a lot of people. Start studying yourself, your numerology, your astrology, your zodiac signs. Find out more about yourself to get a better understanding of yourself and also those around you and your partners. Because if you really care and if you really love them, you will take the time to know 'em. So, you can't really say you love people and you don't take that time. Life is really a whole big puzzle piece. As a kid, I used to do a lot of artwork, and I used to do a lot of messages, sending a lot of messages to myself growing up. And it didn't dawn on me until I hit about 16, 17 years old that I would make profits or send messages through my pictures. Not profit, but prophecies. It's it's weird because growing up when you in a world that disbelieve yourself, and as being a Libra with my ego bruised, you don't look at the beauty side of life, because one of the worst things that I studied about myself is when your ego is bruised, you're not the way that you supposed to be. You're more stiff and cold and firm, and you always trying to be the dark side of yourself. And all Libras know and balance that the light side of yourself is the best side to be on, the lightness within. And I believe in all zodiac signs bring their own symbology and purpose and levels of influence to lead by example for all other zodiac signs. Also, knowing my number of what my name equals, it equals 5 and it equals 7. I was born on the 5th, 2003, which equals 5. And then you got the 10. 10, you take the 0 away, you got a 1. Now, a lot of people, they don't understand that at first because they don't know how to break down numbers by adding them up. So, for example, you got, so each letter equals a number. So each letter, once you break it down, say, I don't have the papers out right now, but say if I wrote the ABCs all the way to 1 through 9, and then start over. So 1 through 9, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, all the way down to Z. So that's how you get this. And when you break it down by adding up. And then you get down to the lowest number. 21 equals 3 because 2 and 1 equals 3. This equals 21 because 11 plus 10 equals 21. But the goal is to break it down to one number. And when I learned that the whole world operates based off numbers, that God is a God of mathematics and not more so of emotions. He's more so of a God of decision. He gave us emotions for the sole purpose to be able to feel while we're here, to feel a good experience. But overall, he still wants us to have a balance between knowing how to feel and knowing how to think logically. So when we don't think logically, we kind of put ourselves in a halt because all we know is emotions. And plus, with the snake coming in the garden when they planted us as wheat, he planted weed amongst all of us. So all of us have light and darkness in us. All of us have yin and yang balance. And the Libra will understand best because that's what a zodiac sign is. It's a scale. I learned that my sole purpose for other people is to help them better understand where they go wrong with other people. And sometimes that leave me alone in the end. That leave me by myself, and I have to be okay with that because my sole purpose isn't always to be in a relationship or in a friendship. It's really to just help others. And when I step outside of my purpose, my blessings will come in abundance of things that I ask for will come. But if I steady seeking that instead of doing my sole purpose, I'll never get what I want. So I'm learning that every single day why my heart is so big and why do I love people so much. Why am I feeling this way and then feeling that way? Why do I hold grudges? I learned about Libras that we hold grudges. And I feel like that's one of my biggest challenges, to let go of any and every grudge that I ever held in my life. Because I don't want to be a man of holding grudges, but I noticed that about myself. It's an unconscious thing. It's something that just comes with me that I must overcome. Everybody has a challenge about their sign that they must overcome, and I can only speak for myself. So before you get the bashing on us, y'all need to go and look at your own flaws, because everybody comes with pros and cons. We all got flaws. But until you look at what it is and accept it for what it is, because a lot of people be like, nah, that ain't me, but it fully describing us down to the T. Now, we might not have this in this area, but this area really pertains to you. You got to look at it like that. I understand why I'm so intelligent. It's not nothing to brag about. It's who I am. I was told, embrace who you are. You don't got to dim down your life for nobody else. You don't got to stop being who you are for nobody else. You got to embrace who you are. And I'm an intelligent man who seek knowledge every single day to become even better than what I was. And I just want to sit here and take the time to thank the Creator, not God, but the Creator, because you learn new things every single day. And the atheists who don't believe in the Creator, which is the actual Creator, and we are all creations, instead of calling it Creator, they called him God, and they said, "I'm gonna find the land that God promised to, that God promised to His chosen people, and I'm gonna take that land." But how could you take the Creator's land when you don't know what that land is? Because you're not a believer. You don't know that the Creator exists. You don't care to know. But they know. It's just all about admitting. It's like, I don't believe in atheists. I believe atheists know that something has created all of this. It just sounds like a cool title. It sounds like a cool name. Hey, I'm atheist. Hey, I would have called myself atheist before I knew what that was, but I would have been just going off the name because it sounds cool. So I feel like that's what a lot of other people was doing. I don't think they really truly knew what it meant until somebody told them, and then they said, "Oh, well, I've been saying this for so long, so I gotta claim it." Y'all ain't gotta claim something y'all not. Y'all know y'all all a creation or something. Y'all know y'all all come from somewhere. There's no need to lie about it. Lie to yourself. They say above all, never lie to yourself. So I'm starting to learn about opposites, how opposites attract. Now, it could be two positive opposites and they attract, or two negative, or a negative and a positive opposite and they attract. Two types of negatives, two different type of negatives, and they attract because they the opposite types of negative. You learn this a lot watching TV shows and animes and watching different things on how people are able to coexist and love each other. But they got, some of them is half dark, half light. The other one is fully dark. And it's like, when you just look around, art is everywhere. And why did I say art? Art is everywhere because art is messages, art is clues, art is puzzle piece. And when you look at the art for what it is, you understand better. Even down to the snake. The snake doesn't always symbolize the snake that's going to bite you. Never forget the snake is still a part of the animal kingdom. The snake is also one of the most wisest creatures. So it's all about, that's why the people in Egypt, they use the snake. I can't deeper explain that, but I understand behind who was explaining this to me, because as an open-minded thinker, I understand. This goes, now y'all can argue me or not, but this goes beyond that Bible y'all hold. This knowledge, it goes beyond 5,000 years ago. Because these people, They won't push this on the media and tell y'all this, but they constantly keep digging up older and older and older ruins and deeper ruins. It's worlds and the worlds, and we think that it's it's but so far under the world. Y'all don't even know how far down in the earth it's possible to go. Y'all don't even know, y'all not conscious of these type of things. So y'all really just pretend like we the only species of animals and the water the only species, but in reality, y'all know it's more to life on this earth, not outside of this earth. Y'all worry about outer space. It's been time and proven time and time again. Nobody has ever been to outer space, because y'all ever just look at the sky and like, why is it blue all throughout the day? I don't never see the stars, but at nighttime, it's dark blue. Now, if y'all don't believe me, pay attention tonight. It's dark blue, and it's all these shiny objects. Some people have said they're portals. Other people have said they're UFOs. Other people say it's outer space. Well, what? So you're telling me every single damn morning, this energy barrier goes up, and then when nighttime comes, it falls down. So why don't the scientists go to outer space at nighttime? They claim they only went to the moon one time. The people who have said they went to the moon, they had interviews to where they punching people. Like, no, why are you asking me? We are just, they punching people because they have proven to those people who lied and said they went, like Neil Armstrong and all the others, that y'all have never went to the moon. And because it's hard to keep up with a lie, it frustrates them, piss them off. And now they hurting and abusing people. They cussing people out. They like, why are we even talking about this in this? Who better else could we talk to about this in this interview? You the one who said you went to the moon. So it's like all these different type of things that I noticed. I noticed that I was born as a father of my time. And people don't comprehend that, not because I'm still a child in God's eyes. So they're like, how are you a father in this physical form? I noticed that I'm a lot of people's father, and a lot of these people are really my children that I was sent to come and save. And I signed up for a sole purpose beyond my comprehension, and I chose my death date. And the only person who was knowledgeable to open up my eyesight to fully comprehend this is XXXTentacion Mom. Because these is the things that he was saying to her that I've been feeling my whole life, but I never had the words to explain to other people or express it to other people. So it's like, every time I wanted to say it, like, I felt like this, I feel like that. Like, I've always felt like my whole life I was my mom's father. Nah, I still look at my mother as my mother. I'm not going to never take that away from my mother, but overall, spiritually, not physically. And I felt like I was sent here to raise up a nation and raise up a family and raise up people and plant seeds in their mind to get them to understand. And I picked my relationships, I picked my soulmates, I picked my trials and tribulations. Rashad Jamal opened up my mind to that. I picked my parents because I knew what type of parents I needed in order to become this and become what I'm about to become. I know that I needed God. I know that I needed to be in the church to learn what God was at a young age, to faster and quicken up my pace of memory, because some people don't grow up in church and that slows down their memory. I believe in reincarnation. I don't know the time spans, but I know that I have been here time and time again. I've helped people time and time again. You know, our souls is familiar, but it's our bodies that is new to each other. So it's like you look at me and you like, what is you talking about? Nigga, you haven't been alive this long. My soul, my spirit has been alive for that long. I've lived longer than a lot of people can comprehend. I believe I was here in the beginning of the time and before the beginning of time. I believe that I chose to come back here, and as a brother explained to me yesterday, I keep coming back and reincarnated in this world because in my past life I keep making the same mistakes that I must overcome. And as a Libra, we understand that there is a higher power that will in the end give a big judgment between our right and wrong, and I will decide if we progress on or not. And that's why I just keep praying that this was the lifetime that I did my best. I know that we have failed in the past to fight for our sisters and fight for our children and fight for our people in the correct manners. I know that we have failed time and time again to be peaceful when it's time to be peaceful. The brother said the best way to win a war is to not fight it at all. And as you paid attention, time and time again, that has been proven correctly because Babylon is falling. All I gotta do is protect those while I'm here. When it's my time to go, it's my time to go. And I don't know how long I'ma live, but I know how long I'ma live. I wasn't as awoken as XXXTentacion. He was on a different level of consciousness. He understood things at a younger age. I start comprehending small, slight things around 16. Started noticing things around 12. I was young, but I never had the words that I was looking for to express how I feel about this word, because my mind was going through hindrance with the devil, and the devil was constantly trying to bring me down and slow down my thinking process. But I also chose that as a part of my trials and tribulations. That's why they say when you sign your soul contract to come down to this earth, is mission impossible. And I remember when these crystals used to be towers. I remember when the giants used to walk the earth. I remember the feeling of being a giant. I remember what it's like to fly. I remember what it's like to, because my memory doesn't only go to the past, but it also serves the future. That's the balance in my scale. I might not know the exact details. I might not be as prophesized, and Lord knows if my power ever improved mentally, because I'm improving every day. But I see things other people can't. When I go to sleep, I have dreams other people can't, or they just don't. I remember things other people don't. Last night, I was fighting a real serious zombie apocalypse, but it wasn't as simple. It was weird how the zombie apocalypse happened. It was like as if people were just infected and they slowly were turning. It wasn't like a movie that you see where it's like, I just remember feeling so violated, got violated in my dream, and I felt so violated. And then I started fighting, and then next thing I know, that people were starting to turn into zombies slowly, one by one, depending on who they are, depending on their mind state, depending on the anger, depending on the poison. And I remember my mom, she killed her firstborn son in my dream. And when she killed him, she went on a killing rampage, and she was the strongest person in the group. There was a lot of us were serving different missions, going out, finding different people, recruiting, scavenging, and finding resources. But I remember after I got back and I tried to find my mom was in a room, and she was zombie-like in a room, and she didn't have her mind. She was willing to kill herself. And I saw that my mom wasn't in the right mind. I said, Mom, you can't go outside. She said, no, I'm going to just go outside to the store and go pick up some bags of rice and some fish. I said, Mom, I can't let you do that. I was looking at all of our partners, and I was telling them, I picked up all of her shoes, but I said, what if she still go without shoes? Because it's like after she did all that she had done, she lost her ways. Then the dream started expanding. And how I know that I'm starting to get more in control of my conscious dreams, I'm able to wake up and go right back to that same dream, even if it wasn't left off in the same place. I met Batman last night. And I met Robin. And I met a lot of old friends that I don't talk to no more. I was just trying to protect people. And I remember this part in the dream where I was telling everybody we gotta find safety, because once it get dark, it's gonna get crazy. But that was just my memory reminding me of how video games is and how Dying Light is, if anybody knows the video game. So then we were in this area that felt like a safe place. So then I stayed there and I saw my wife. And I walked up to my wife and she kept introducing me to somebody who in my dream I should have known the name of. I said, I'm sorry, I'm a main character. I don't really remember people's names well. There's nothing against you. In a way that, like, I remember the feeling of us actually having to murder people. We didn't even want to. We didn't even want to do these things. It was like a forced thing on us because people started losing their mind and getting affected. I felt like, in a sense, that was a message to me that I couldn't comprehend because it's from another world. It's not from this world. When you wake up, I'm back at this world. None of that is happening, so it's not this world. I feel like it's just possibilities, or it's just other realms of what's going on over there that it missed this world and it went to that world for that possibility. I look at worlds like this world as a realm, like a dimension that I'm forced to, life code lockdown, come back to. And I'm only able to leave when it's time for my body to go in rest mode. Like when you pause in a video game and you go in rest mode, that's the only time that I have to astral project and leave this world. People don't comprehend this very much because, you know, people are scared of their own spirituality, but little do they remember the spiritual beings experiencing the human experience. So they look at themselves like, nah, this shit, nah, I'm a human, nigga, ain't what? They think they need this, that, and the third to survive. They don't understand the war that we're at in this realm, in this consciousness of biochemical foods, technology, relationships, spiritual warfare. They don't understand the type of things that we're going through, but God, He doesn't allow me to not comprehend this. The more they say, every time you step into a new dimension, you can't go back into old ones. And I haven't been back to old dimensions ever since I became conscious of the lies in the history, on how the Bible is a remix of ancient texts and tablets and scrolls and in different places that happened from Egypt, and how a lot of things, and how we are standing on the true Africa and standing on the true Egypt, and how Pangea once existed, and how it possibly do still exist, and they're lying and telling us that everything is separated. And plus, why would they not be lying? When they go up, they can't fly like this, they're flying like this. And then they're landing. They're going up and flying like this. This has been proven time and time again. You can't name one thing that can fly straight up without getting hit by the firmament. This has been proven time and time again. They got snow machines. They got cloud machines. So they creating clouds. They got the people spraying the chemtrails in the air, contaminating the air. We got biochemical foods. The weather is always cold to attack the black people because we need the sun. Antarctica was once dry land. You'll go to prison for exploring way too far at Antarctica. Canada is connected to it. They told some people who was on the ship, if you come any closer, we will shoot down your boat. Because they were getting too close to the ice wall. They don't want nobody to climb the ice wall because I believe the firmament goes beyond the ice wall. I don't know about y'all, but when you look in the sky, it looks like a dome. It doesn't look like when you look so far out in the distance, it looks like a dome. You don't see the sky just going like this. A lot of things are self-explained. Now I want to show y'all this. I'm gonna better zoom in. Now in the video, y'all can pause the video to get a better view on the pictures. There's a lot of deep messages within them both. I could have explained, but I already been explaining it to all of us. So y'all can put the puzzle pieces together for those who pay attention. But knowledge not free. You have to pay attention. I gave the analogy time and time again about the trees. This is a slow process, but everybody is waking up slowly, only for those who are supposed to wake up. Some people really are so plugged into the matrix, so accustomed to it, that they will even fight for it. Meaning we cannot unplug people who do not want to be unplugged. And it's going to hurt to leave some people behind. It's going to hurt to leave some family members behind, but you must learn emotional detachment. You must learn that there's a bigger purpose beyond all of this. And if things go left, you must understand that everything will go right. It's just a matter of timing and trust and faith and patience. All we really need is patience. I noticed one thing. We can't win without fighting. But we can't win by just fighting. It's like what Malcolm X said. It's not that they outnumber us. They out-organize us. Guess how many people was organized enough to watch this video today? Not many. People don't even have enough patience to watch this long of videos. So I pray when they watch these videos that they get whatever they can out of it. But I pray that they learn how to gain patience, because they understand knowledge is not free. You gotta pay attention. You're not gonna ask me to pet you and keep moving. She understood. Yeah. Iron the balance between the humans and the animal kingdom. They can't kill us all. We never died. We immortal. And they understand this. Every time they try to kill us, we come back. So even if they did try to kill me, I'll be back again. I chose the people I'm in love with. I chose my family. I chose my people, so I'm going to choose again. Life is about choices. When I signed that soul contract, I knew what I was doing. I just want to thank the Creator for giving me this opportunity to come back. Even though I complain, I whine, I weep, and I get annoyed, and I get pissed off, and I get this, that, and the third. And some days I feel like it's too hard to keep living, and other days I feel like I'm just ready to give up. Keep striving. Keep pushing. We can't die until God deems it's our time to die. Nobody who ever died by accident. I don't believe in coincidences. Everybody who died with a sole purpose. Rather, if you want to admit it or you want to understand it or not, it's beyond our comprehension. So if someone's to so-called pass away, it's a happy transcendence, because people must transcend in order for the next angels to come down and play their role. Some angels don't last long, but a couple of days. Everything is a lesson within and learn. Some people last a lifetime. Whatever a lifetime is. Peace to the gods and goddesses. I pray y'all have a beautiful week and stay high elevated. Peace, guys.